I'm recording.
You're recording? Dude, you're recording for an episode?
Like a new episode, yeah, dude.
Dude, like a new one?
Like one that isn't out yet before this, but now if you are listening to it, it is out.
Damn.
That was the worst way to explain that we have a new episode. But hey guys, hello.
What's up? How long's it been now? It's been like a few weeks, I feel like.
We haven't put out an episode in 2 weeks. We're bad.
Yeah, life happens. Fucking, it was your birthday recently, though.
Yeah, life is happening.
I mean, kind of. I mean, it was like a week ago now.
Yeah, it was a week ago, but I turned 31 years old.
How does it feel to say that?
I mean, if there was a spectrum of good and bad, I feel it's more towards bad.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
I feel like the ages going up, like to 30, like there's shit to look forward to, right? Like you turn 18, you could like buy cigarettes and fuck.
Well, you can't buy cigarettes anymore now in the state of California at 18. You have to be 21.
You turn 18, you can fuck.
Yeah.
You turn 21, you can drink.
And buy weed.
And buy weed if you're in California.
And buy cigarettes.
21, you can do all the drugs. 25, you could rent a car.
Big one. That's a
I mean,
one.
I've never rented a car, but
26, you get off your parents' health insurance and you have to start paying for
but
it.
That's not
Hey. But I mean,
this shit was way more fire when they didn't take a big chunk out of my paycheck, bro.
Yeah. Do you get it through your work, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Do you have pretty good health insurance, or is it like whatever? This is the most adult way to start it.
What's your health insurance?
Did you on a PPO or HMO or what's your?
I got a PPO, dude.
I don't know what I am. I think I'm HMO.
You don't know what you are?
I think it's HMO. I don't know. Is HMO good or bad? I don't even.
HMO means you have to go to a specific thing, like a place or doctor.
Okay.
But PPO, you could kind of like go to more. I think that's what it is. It could be wrong.
PPO, you can have whatever kind of plug you want.
Yeah, you're like, yo, maybe I want to get some weed. Maybe I want to get some blow.
Yeah, straight up.
Fucking HMO, they're like, here's some Tylenol.
Yeah, basically, dude. It's
but no, 26, yeah, you get off your fucking parents' insurance.
Yep.
30 is kind of cool because you're like, yo, I'm 30. That's kind of crazy. I'm like grown.
I'm 30.
And then 31, you're like, there's nothing to look forward to from here on out. What do I want to be 40? No. People hate turning 40.
I feel like when you turn 30, you're just kind of like, damn, I got to do like another 30 years of just working. What I just did, I have to do another one of those, and then maybe you can stop working, but probably not.
Unless my TikTok blows up, dude. You know what I mean?
True. That would be sick.
Dude, making TikToks for a fucking living sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does. Cause I mean, yeah.
No, it sounds great. What are we talking about, bro?
I don't know, man. Because then you're just like your face is like known everywhere. There's for sure going to be thousands of people that just like hate on you all the time for like no reason other than just you.
Yeah, that is kind of depressing.
And like at a point, you kind of in like a way sort of you kind of have to sell out to like make money. Like once you find what works for you.
How do TikTokers make money? They like do brand deals, like a TikTok with like bang energy in it, and like you know what I mean. And they get like a couple $1,000 or whatever.
Something like what is there? Is there a company that you wouldn't do? Like oh, I'm sure there is, but like, is there some companies that like you're like, there's no way I'm going to sell out for this?
Not any that come to mind.
Like unless they're like a
like I will say it's like there's it's a I don't want to get into this because this is a lighthearted podcast, fun podcast, but there's a lot of like crazy fucked up shit happening in the world right now, and a lot of companies are backing up really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So it's like there is an element of that. I would have to look into it, but then again, fucking Charmin Ultra is like, yo, you want $1,000 to wipe your ass in a TikTok? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then all you gotta do is be like, damn, that felt great.
But also on another level, if you're like a famous creator or something, that you have a group of fans or supporters or whatever, they would probably be like, yeah, dude, like do the fucking bounty fucking do the Dove power wash commercial, bro. It's chill. We don't mind.
No, you know what type of YouTube videos you need to do? You need to do like the YouTube videos that like fucking like 11-year-olds watch, where it's like, we stayed in a haunted mansion for 24 hours and let's see what happened. And like the thumbnail where every like it's just your face, like, and then just some like emojis and shit. Like, yeah, like that's
the title of the episode. We stayed in a haunted mansion for 24 hours. We didn't at all. It's just
like it's just a double tree down the street from our house. It's just like
oh yeah, but I mean it's let's not kid ourselves, bro. We would rather be famous TikTokers than do our day jobs.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, bro, you wake up at fucking noon, you're like, yo, fuck, I gotta do this fucking ad with fucking Takis, dude. Like, let's eat these Takis and film a quick video, and then we'll vibe out and play Valorant.
Dude, is it a TikTok like NPC stream still a thing? Remember that when that was like the biggest thing like a few months ago?
I've seen some. Dude, I actually saw a sick one. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Really?
this girl. She has like the gravity lights all through her room. She has like digital glasses that have like lights on them and shit. And she fucking does NPC singing. She's like, Santa, give to me. I'm an NPC, and it's kind of fire, dude. And it definitely like gets repetitive. Like you could watch that shit for 5 minutes and then you've seen everything that they do. But
like, are people still like? Is there a good decent amount of people? Like, is that one chick still making like money off that? You think a lot? What was her name again?
Pinky Doll.
Yeah,
she's got to be though, right?
I guess.
How much do you think she made in the hype of that? Like,
I don't know.
Hundreds of thousands, right?
I think she has an OnlyFans too, though, doesn't she?
Good job. Honestly, that's smart as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I support OnlyFans. I think that shit's fire. Like, make your fucking money, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Honestly, if people wanted to see me fuck, probably would.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little self-conscious of my body, but then again, if people were like, "Yo, we're busting a nut to this shit," like, I gotta give the people what they want, right?
Yeah, especially if you're making money off of it.
Yeah.
Like, if I had a pretty huge cock, I'd be down.
Yeah. I mean, dude, my big toes bend inward. Do you think I got a market for that?
I think probably.
Like, I think all the years playing hockey, it's like, I don't want to show my feet on the podcast, but how do I explain it? It's the big, like, if this is my big toe, it goes in that way, like that way.
You think it's just because of the skates?
I don't know.
Being all crammed in there and shit.
I think that's what it is. That's what I tell myself. Or my feet are just fucked up.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yo, speaking of not being confident in my body, I did something crazy on someone's stream.
What'd you do?
I did a costume contest.
For
Halloween.
Yeah.
And I was Captain Underpants.
Yep.
I'll put up a picture of it right here on the video podcast. But I was in this full-on Captain Underpants getup for about 3 hours on someone's stream. I got second place though.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't win, but I got $50.
There you go.
Yeah.
What'd you do with that $50?
Put it in
DoorDash.
Probably. Yeah.
It's already been spent on DoorDash.
Yeah, I like this time of the year though.
Yeah, me too.
I like the holidays. Starts off with my birthday, Halloween, which Halloween kind of died out, huh?
Well, for us.
No, bro. Guess how many trick-or-treaters we had at our house?
0.
1.
I don't know if there was any at my house because I was just gaming and I didn't hear shit. I heard the doorbell ring
and
one time.
You were just like, nah?
And I just went, nah.
Did you get candy?
No.
Did you turn your lights off to signify I'm not here?
Yeah, okay, all the lights in the house were off.
You're good.
So.
You're good. If the lights are off, don't expect shit from me.
There was a lot of kids outside on the street though.
Dude, it was dead. Like, do you think the pandemic had something to do with that? Like,
I think
obviously I'm in one neighborhood in the whole world, but it was dead, bro.
I think it really just depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And like you kind of profile neighborhoods in a way, like you know what neighborhoods you can go to like trick or treat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess like
Like
we could call it the landings where we went growing up. No one's gonna
yeah,
know. Like we had a place
yeah.
called the Landings. It was a neighborhood where we grew up, and every kid in our whole like city like would go to this one neighborhood. They had the fucking king size bars, like fire candy. If you're in high
Yeah,
school, you're getting fucked up over
yeah,
there.
yeah. If you're in high school, you're at the elementary school that's right next to it, just getting fucked up for whatever reason.
Yeah, what was a weird thing.
Yeah, yeah. It
Like
was
where
a
we
weird.
grew up, we always were like super cautious and scared of like drinking or smoking like somewhere and like getting caught. But for some reason in Halloween,
Didn't give a fuck.
no one cared.
Halloween and like New Year's, it was just like we're gonna get fucked up in the middle of the street. And 4th of July.
But yeah, dude, Halloween. I mean, from my neighborhood, Halloween fucking died, bro.
But I'm not trying to throw shade on your hood or anything like that. But if I was a kid, I think in my head I'd be like, we're not gonna go to that neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, but if let's like, there's kids that live here. Wouldn't you go to your own neighborhood like before? If you're, no, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know how it works now. I'm not fucking 8.
We're 30 and 31, dude.
Yeah, I don't. I have no clue. Wow. But also too, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like kids kind of get over like there's like a certain age group where kids get over Halloween, and then once they get to like our age again, they like dressing up again. Because I feel like on Instagram, I saw like a bunch of our friends dressing up and going to like Halloween parties.
No,
and shit.
here's the levels of Halloween. You're a little kid. You're Spider-Man. You're a firefighter. You're in jail.
Whatever superhero movies big at the time.
The Flash.
Or whatever just kid movies.
Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's like little kid shit. Then you get to be like 13, 14, 15. It's like you don't care that much.
But when you're like 11 or 12, and at least with a boy, you're putting on scary shit. Did you get the Scream mask that with the blood that you pump the blood through? Did you get
no?
That shit?
But I worked at Party City many times, and I know what you're talking about.
That was I remember getting that, and I was like, I'm the chillest kid.
Yeah, like 12 to 15, you want to be scary as shit.
Yeah, maybe to 15 at the most.
Yeah,
sort of.
Then you're in like late high school, and you kind of like don't give a fuck. You're gonna wear the bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
Then you're 21, and whether you're male or female, you want to be an absolute whore.
Yep.
Which
dudes shirts off, like for no reason. Like they could literally be like, "I'm a fucking like doctor," and it's like, "Well, why's your shirt off then, bro?"
Bro, what the fuck? But yeah, 21 is being a slut.
Yep.
And that's fire. Mm-hmm. Then you like stop caring after you graduate college or that around that time. You're over it. You don't celebrate Halloween. Then you're like 30 and you have like a wife and you're like, well, we could do this funny costume, and you do something like really clever.
And you go to your like friends or coworkers like party.
Yeah, there might be a theme.
And you bring wine, and like it's like you're like it's like you're not being a heathen. You're like, we're just gonna go to this gathering dressed up as this thing.
Yeah. And then what's next? Like, where do we go from here?
I don't know. My parents haven't dressed up in fucking for however long. Maybe when I was a little kid, my parents wore some shit just to wear it with me and as like a fun thing. But I don't think my parents for sure haven't worn a costume in like 20 years.
Damn. Yeah, it's like I'm at the point where I give a fuck.
My parents just leave the house so they don't have to give kid. They like go meet up with their friends somewhere, and they're like, we don't want to give up fucking candy.
Props
and there's like, did you guys get candy?
We got one bag, but also it was because we happened to be grocery shopping that Sunday, and we saw a big thing of candy. We're like, we'll grab one, just in case. It's all in the kitchen. You want some?
Yeah. No, I'm not a big candy guy.
No, dude, I actually was a big like candy guy for the longest time. I like gummies and like sweet things. Kind of getting over it, dude.
I have to be really in the mood for candy.
Like one of my go-tos used to be Haribo gummy bears.
Mm-hmm.
Love them. Now I've had them recently, and I'm like, why? Like, do I need this in my body? Like, and like,
Yeah.
I'm not like a health freak. I'm a fat piece of shit, but I can't do it anymore. Dude, I can barely finish a fucking soda.
Yeah, I don't really do. I'll treat myself to a Coke Zero from time to time.
You fucking heathen.
Yeah, just from time to time.
Doesn't Coke Zero have aspartame in it?
I don't care. It says 0 calories, so I'm like, whatever. I'll drink it.
I don't like the artificial like sugars.
It's alright. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even consume it. I don't know.
Fucking have a few things I did want to talk about though.
Okay, hit me.
Oh, this we brought up at your little birthday gathering, and it was a thing that I've noticed with you over the years of of knowing. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Sam has this weird, I wouldn't call it obsession, but anytime you're like, dude, I saw this sick movie, I'm like, whoa, what is it? Like, give me the premise. Every single one of these movies that he's like, they're sick. The first part of the premise is they wake up and they don't know where they are. And
yeah,
I don't know
why do I like that?
But like, I was like, you love movies where they wake up and they don't know where they are or how they got there.
Well, it's interesting. like
I mean,
well, the movie that inspired me talking about this was a movie I saw like last week called The Mill. Basically, a dude, he wakes up.
He doesn't know how he got where he is and how he got there. But then there's that one movie, that one like Spanish movie. What is with the different levels?
The Platform.
The Platform. That's another one, right?
Yeah, he wakes up there. Yeah.
Or like when we used to be really into the Saw movies, like the first Saw, he just wakes up.
Maze Runner. He wakes up.
He just wakes up there. I can't really think of anything else right now.
Hunger Games. You wake up in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, you just wake up there.
Dude, you know what it is? I like there's actually a word for the genre. I like dystopian pieces of cinema.
That's what it means.
Dystopian. Look it up.
It means wake up somewhere.
No, it's just like a very drastically different version of society. Like basically like a where the society is like a whole different like world. Like,
and there's nothing that says you're in this sort of society. It's just some sort of different society.
Oftentimes they're like apocalyptic, almost like just like weird versions of society, dude. I like dystopian shit. Maybe it's like subconsciously, I think like, what would I do if I were to wake up in that situation?
100%, because every time you watch these movies, you then follow it with, you know what I would do if I was in
what movies are.
I guess
you see yourself in the characters. That's what a movie is, dude.
You just see yourself waking up, not knowing how you got there.
What would be our movie if we woke up and we didn't know what was going on?
If this is very simple for me, if I woke up and I didn't know what was going on or how I got there, I would go, help for 3 hours. And then when I realized no one was coming, I'd cry. And then that'd be the end of the movie.
All right, let's think. What would we do in some of these dystopian situations? For example, the movie I saw is The Mill.
Explain what happens again.
Guy
he wakes up. He doesn't
wakes
know where
up in a dirt covered, like the ground is dirt, big stone walls all around him. In the middle is a mill, which is like a big stone like wheel in the middle, and you push a big like plank, and it turns the mill around. Yeah. So in this movie, the guy wakes up, doesn't know where he's at. No.
Okay.
And he basically, there's a voice on the computer on the wall, or like a computer screen, and it says, you work here now, like this is your job. You have a quota every day, and it says like 0 out of 50 or whatever the quota is, and you have to spin the mill that many times every day. And it's fucking heavy as shit.
Okay.
And basically the quota changes. If you work harder, your quota gets higher. But if you're the lowest, there's other people doing it around you as well. You could hear them.
Okay.
So you hear a bunch of other mills around you, but there's big stone walls. You can't. Okay. You can't see them.
Okay.
So if you don't make your quota, you get a punishment. which
Okay.
is probably you getting a little fucked up.
Okay.
If you're the lowest,
Fucked up,
they fuck.
physically?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not like taking shots and getting fucked up.
Yeah, your punishment is you get hammered.
There's like bottle of tequila, finish it.
Like, I guess. But no. Outside of the quota, the person who has the lowest number of times around the mill dies. They come kill you. But you don't know what the other people's quotas are. They could be different. So he has a pregnant wife at home. There's a guy in a vent, and the one next to him, he's like, you just got to keep going, and maybe you'll get out one day. And that's all. That's like the whole premise.
So you just are watching this dude spin a fucking mill for 2 hours or whatever?
There's more to it. With the
punishment. Does he ever find out? Does he find out how he got there eventually? Yeah. You don't have to tell me. Okay, you don't have to tell me how.
He does. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Does that make some of the twists of the movie? You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's definitely like a what the fuck kind of like moment. Oh, I will say the movie was pretty good until, and I'm not exaggerating, the last 5 seconds of the movie were dog shit. Ruined it for you? Ruined it. Really? The movie, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was a great experience watching the film.
Well, let me guess. He wakes up and it was a dream.
Do I spoil it?
I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it.
All right, spoiler alert. If you're gonna watch The Mill, skip to this time. Basically, it was a simulation. Because the company that puts him there, they're like, this is part of your company, Mallard, which is where he works. Like, that was on the voice at the beginning. And it's this advanced career training. So he's in there for like what feels like months. It was this advanced simulation where one day he was at work at lunch and he wanted to do this advanced career training that takes an hour.
But it feels like forever.
Yeah. And usually you're like, is this a dream or a simulation in any kind of movie? But I didn't expect it. I'm not going to lie.
So when it happened, were you like, really?
No, that part was fine. But so it ends. He's like, definitely like has fucking trauma from it. Cause whether it's a simulation or not, like he's been being tortured for, but then then that helps him get a promotion. Like, when he does it, they're like,
so the whole point of the movie is so he can get a promotion.
Well, in a way, yeah. Tight. But it's all fine and dandy. You're like, oh, that was actually kind of interesting. And then like he like gets the promotion, he signs the paperwork, calls his wife, like, oh, that wasn't real. Like, thank God. Like, everything's fine. He sits down at his new desk, and then it zooms in on his face. And also, for context, this is the guy from Get Out, the friend.
Yeah.
The TSA guy, you know what I'm talking about? The funny guy? It's that guy. That's the main character. At the end, it zooms in on him. It's this serious movie. And then he goes, I'm going to burn this motherfucker to the ground. And then it just ends. And you're like, what? All that hardship and seriousness for him to say, I'm going to burn this motherfucker? It was just so like out of character. It was weird.
Yeah. Huh. Sounds whack.
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably should have just not said the ending was whack. You know, but all right, 2:30, whatever is the time. Okay, no, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Huh? Yeah, I like movies where you wake up in a place. Sue me.
Fuck it. Another kind of interesting thing that happened to me this week. So,
you shit your pants?
No, you've been to Jack in the Box, and I know that you had a traumatic experience with it one time while doing
Have we talked about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, maybe not.
I don't think we have.
Just retell it real quick.
All right, so I don't eat Jack in the Box because I had a bad experience. Sorry, Mom, I did acid once, and she's not gonna watch this. But so I was doing acid. The plan was eat the acid. I was with my friends, pick up Jack in the Box on the way to my friend's music studio where we were just gonna chill and like hang out, right? And by the time we got to the studio, that we would feel the effects because it takes like 45 minutes to an hour to feel it. So whatever. Yeah. So we take it, we go through Jack in the Box, we pick up our food. We get to the studio. I'm starting to eat my Jack in the Box. I'm eating a burger. I take a bite of the burger and I'm just like, starting to feel the effects, starting to come up, if you will. And like, so there's something about when you're on acid, you understand, if something's authentic more, like music, you're gonna be like, oh, that song is dog shit. I can see why it's dog shit. I can see why this song's good. Like fruit would be something that's really good. Like if you eat fruit, like because it's natural. Like if things are authentic. I take a bite of this burger, and for some reason, I was like, this is just the most heinous thing I've ever eaten in my mouth. Like, just the meat quality, everything about it was just fucking disgusting. I took that bite, looked at it, tripping balls, and I said, I'm never eating Jack in the Box again. I did finish the fries, though, because it's hard to fuck up fries. But I literally, after that, never ate Jack in the Box ever again to this day.
It was like when, like the fucking, that one SpongeBob episode when he takes like a bite of the burger and it shows like the inside of it or whatever. And it's just like, it's just like, there's like that gray color. You're like, what is this?
That's honestly a great description of how I was feeling in that moment.
Yeah. You're like, anyways, Jack in the Box.
Yeah. So fuck Jack in the Box. Carry on.
So have you ever noticed, I mean, you haven't had it in a while, but on like every Jack in the Box burger, they put this like white sauce on it.
No, I don't. Explain it.
It's like some mayo mixture with some other shit.
Aioli, garlic, white sauce.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what that sauce is called? So I was talking about it with Jordan and the guy I work with, and he was telling me.
I know Jordan, dude.
Yeah, I know, but just people listening. A guy I work with named Jordan. He was just like, he's like, you know that sauce is called nut sauce, and I was like, you're fucking lying.
What?
And he was like, yeah. And he's like, and I was like, you're bullshitting. He's like, you can go to Jack in the Box and tell him if you want like extra nut sauce or you want like no nut sauce on your fucking burger. And I like didn't believe him. And then we went to Jack in the Box for lunch that day because I'll still eat their tacos. That's it. But I got a burger just to test this. And to the lady at the register, I literally go, I was like, I don't know if she's going to laugh at me or not. And I get like some burger and I was like, can I get no nut sauce on this burger? And she just goes, yeah, anything else? And I was like, what the fuck? Is
it made of nuts? Like
it's just like nut. You could just be like, can I get no nut on my fucking burger?
There's got to be literal nuts in there, or that's not acceptable of a name.
Yeah, you could literally say, can I get
like, what does it come from? Look, we gotta look up the ingredients. Look up the ingredients.
That's the thing is, I try to. They don't. There's no. It's not called like nut sauce on the menu, but they know what you're talking about when you call it nut sauce, which is like weird.
So it's not an official name.
No, but people will be like, I literally was like, can I get no nut? Like you can be like, can I get no nut on my burger? And they're like, yeah.
No, this has got to be some weird inside joke among Jack in the Box employees.
I swear to God. The lady, there's a random lady. I was like, can I get no nut sauce on my burger? And she was like, okay.
I got to look this up. Jack in the Box nut sauce. Nothing's showing up.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be like, it's some weird inside thing with Jack in the Box.
What?
You can literally be like, can I get no nut sauce? And they'll be like, okay.
So it's like a secret menu, but only calling the white sauce nut sauce for no reason.
Which is even funnier because it's like
who thought, did they make it up like it was like a joke?
I don't know. I didn't ask the lady, but when I said, can I get no nut sauce on my burger? She said, okay. That's all I have. There's nothing else to it other than that. So
that makes me uncomfortable for some reason.
You can either get nut or no nut on your fucking burger at Jack in the Box. Yeah, that's a wild thing to say out loud.
So you said to a grown woman,
I said, can I get no nut sauce?
As a 30-year-old man, you walked into a food establishment and said that to someone.
So can I get no nut?
It's not the name.
And it's not. She was like, okay, no nut sauce. And I was like, okay.
Okay. I think I can accept that, but it's gonna leave some scars.
It's just weird.
Luckily, I don't eat there.
You want nut or no nut on your burger, bro?
That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was fucking kind of weird. Another random thing I kind of want to talk about. I don't know how deep we can get into this, but I think you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I at least have friends. When I say friends, it's like Instagram friends. Like I've met these people in real life, but I don't really have much of a relationship with it in real life with them anymore. But a lot of these guys, they'll do like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And have you noticed that like when like men in their like late 20s, early 30s do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they turn it into like their entire personality.
I mean, I don't know anyone personally, but I have heard stories of people fully investing themselves into jujitsu. Yeah.
It's like they turn it more into their personality and like talk about it more. Like they talk about it more on like fuck anybody that talks shit on vegans being like they tell everybody it's like no dude if somebody does
fuck Brazilian jiu-jitsu dudes.
Anybody that does Brazilian jiu-jitsu is the only thing they fucking post about.
Is that
and every picture they have with their buddies at the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, it's always one of two poses. One of them has their arm around the other guy and they're staring. They don't smile. And they have their arm around one of them like this, right? Like this. And it's either, and then the other guy is standing there with his arm around him and he's either pointing at him like this or he's doing this or he's doing a fist.
Oh,
but it's low. It's low. It's like, fuck, my vape just dropped. I got it. Like,
why did your vape sound like a fucking hydro flask dropping?
Because it was in my lap, and because I have like one of those plastic things on my carpet, so I can roll around my shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, yeah, so it's like one dude with their arm around the other dude, and then the other dude's like pointing at him, and their heads up a little bit.
They look badass.
Yeah, they look kind of sick. I want to be them a little bit.
I think I want to be a jiu-jitsu dude.
Yeah.
Should we start taking jiu-jitsu?
No.
Dude, I could do a mean arm bar already.
Can you?
I vividly remember, and I don't know if he's going to watch this, but we had a friend, Big Nick, growing up. Mm-hmm. You know, as young teenage boys, you grapple, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like, fuck it, we're going to wrestle, and we're going to go pretty hard.
Yeah.
Right? like to the point where it gets to a point where you're like, dude, stop. Like, chill.
Bro, chill, you're hurting me.
Our friend Nick was a very large man. Very tall. Very strong.
That's why we all call him Big Nick still.
Very strong and tall. I don't know.
Played D1 football.
Yeah, D1 football
linebacker.
Player. And I don't know. He might not even remember this. He might deny it and remember it still. I remember it, and nothing can change my mind. I armbarred him.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, Nick. The fuck you have to say no? I'm just kidding.
See, now you're becoming a fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. You're talking about how you can armbar dudes and stuff. Go post about it on your Instagram right now. Might as well.
Go post about armbarring my friend 15 years ago.
That's what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dudes would do. I don't know.
Is it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dudes, or is it like dudes in their late 20s, early 30s, just they make their own hobbies like their personality? Like, what are other examples of dudes who would make something like a hobby their personality? Well, there's also like there's the weird side of like people who really get into like history. Those dudes are weird. You know what I'm talking about? Like kind of conservative dudes who are like they really like the Roman Empire shit.
Oh, I
like
guess.
People just know about history, and you're like, why the fuck does it matter? And they're like, well, I fucking know, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but they're not posting them pictures of them at like the library studying it. Like these dudes are always posting themselves at whatever gym they go to, and they always talk about the gym that they go to. That's the best gym, and everyone needs to go to this gym. And they're always tagging it, and they're always tagging all their buddies at like. I can't.
No, I think that's just like an older guy like hobby thing. Like,
but I don't go.
I think of like people who go cycling. Like it's similar to that.
Yeah,
like they got the whole picture of them in the fucking whole outfit, which can't be comfortable, right?
Yeah,
and they fucking cycle every week. They go fucking 50 miles or whatever.
Yeah,
cyclists go far as shit.
I know.
Like, how do you have that kind of endurance to go 80 fucking miles?
You just fucking do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're on a bike, it's easier than like running.
Dude, that's another thing. I'm glad that's totally reminded me too. You know what else I find weird that I've like noticed people doing this? I mean, maybe this is a hobby thing too that people post about that I'm like, why? But this is kind of even more sketches. Like our friends that run, maybe not like our friends in general, but there's definitely people that I follow on like Instagram that like they'll go for a run or whatever, and then they'll post on their Instagram on whatever that Nike app is,
the stats
and the route that they ran. And I'm like, you're literally just telling people, hey, I was in this area for the past 2 hours, and I'll probably be on this trail again 4 other times this week. So if you want to come murder me, here's where to find me.
Yeah, people make it really easy for themselves to get murdered.
Yeah.
Do I want to talk about this? Yeah, I can.
Okay.
My little cousin, he makes like little YouTube videos,
Yes.
doing different games and stuff.
Yeah.
And he did something where he bought something and did like an unboxing video, right?
Okay.
And so like respectfully, his parents don't watch his shit. Like they don't know what he's doing online, right?
Yeah.
This is when he was like 12 or 13. He's 14 or 15 now. I forgot. But
Okay.
he was doing this unboxing video and he's like, all right, I got this thing, and it's in the first box that it came in, like shipped to him. And he starts opening it, and the full label of his name and address and all this shit is in the fucking video.
Did you tell him to take it
Yes, I called him. I'm like, hey, buddy, you just posted your address online, and you're a child on the internet. You're gonna have to take that video down.
down? Yeah.
And he did, but like, imagine if he didn't, like, and that's just like like you would think that that's like a thing that people are teaching kids like a lot in today's day and age,
But I feel like it's not.
like internet safety.
I feel like the internet safety was so big when we were growing up because internet was so new and so like just different and like whatever. Like it was like don't talk to strangers online, like don't meet up with anybody. But now it's like, dude, people meet online all the time, and now it's just like a normal thing to do. So it's just like they're like, yeah, you can do all that shit. Just be careful about it.
It's weird though. Like kids should be safer, dude. Like,
but it's also too. And I'm not okay. This is gonna sound terrible. I'm not saying that what I'm about to say, like you can forget everything you just said. Kids need to be safe. You need to do this, but it's way harder to get away with murder nowadays. I know that sounds crazy to say, but dude, like I know it's a crazy thing to say, especially I've never murdered anybody, at least that you know.
Thank God, bro, we didn't murder someone. We went down a good path.
Yeah, we dude, and like the 70s and like before DNA or like, dude,
you can do whatever the fuck you want back then.
Your phone is just a tracking device on you.
Like, hey, like FBI, he would just track his phone.
Yeah, it's like when the cops, you know, you watch now. Like I watched First 48. We've talked about it. I fucking love that show. Yeah. And they still put out new episodes. Every episode, they're just like, "You were here," and they're like, "No, I wasn't." They're like, "Your phone is literally tracking you," and I know you're lying. You're lying because you had your phone. There's nothing. It wasn't like they could like the detectives can hardball and be like, "I know you were here," and try and trick them. Now it's like they're like, "You were here," and they're like, "No," and they're like, "No, that's not a question. Like this is a statement. And I have it written right here."
Yeah,
but back in the day, it was like, oh,
it's like you ever see the videos where they catch child predators? Like it used to be like with Chris Hansen, it'd be like, we have your AOL chat logs. Like, yeah. Now it's like, yo, we got this selfie that you sent to this kid. Like,
yeah, from your phone.
This is you, right? Yeah. And they're like, no, like, no, it wasn't me. And they're like, well, we were the kid you were talking to.
Yeah, it's just like, but like 70s and shit, like when fucking what's his name, fucking
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, when Bundy was around, bro, he was
leaving loads everywhere,
dude. Leaving loads, leaving hairs, leaving fingerprints, but like he didn't have a criminal record, so like it didn't even matter.
When did DNA become a thing?
It got like big in like the 90s. That's when it got like good, where they figured out how to
forensics.
Do it. Yeah, well, back in the day, it was like, oh, we got a shoe print, and it's like, okay,
damn.
Or they're like, oh, we gotta we have fingerprints, and you gotta hope that those fingerprints are in like the database, and like if that person's never been arrested, their fingerprints aren't in the fucking database. So it's like you're fucked. But now it's like if you
the government's got my shit.
Yeah, but now if you leave DNA, it's like everyone's doing 23andMe, so everyone has everyone's DNA.
Yeah, we're living in it. The government knows everything about us and everything we've ever done.
Yeah, like you can't kill a person And I know it sounds like I'm complaining about
You're like,
it.
fuck. Dude, I can't even fucking murder anybody in today's day and age.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, we grew up in the wrong generation, bro.
But dude, honestly, yeah, the government's got my DNA. They got yours?
How they have yours?
When I got a weed ticket when I was 18 years old.
They took your DNA for that?
Yeah. It was like, well, I think I've told this before. I got a weed ticket. I was with you, actually, you fucker. I got a weed ticket when I was 18. When I got the ticket, weed was still a misdemeanor crime in California. As I was waiting to go to court, the law changed and it went from a misdemeanor to an infraction. So I got to court. They're like, anybody here for marijuana related charges? Like 10 people stand up in the courtroom. They're like, the law changed. You guys are good. Just go pay the fee downstairs. But when I paid the fee,
like, oh, chill.
I gave my DNA.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, they took my DNA one time, but
was it the government?
I don't want to get into it. You know what happened, but I don't want to get too into it. But then they were like, as long as once all like the charges and shit are dropped, they have to get rid of they're not allowed to hold it.
Yeah, but they got it though.
They took it, but then since all the charges got dropped, then it's not in they have.
No, I know, but they got it though, like in a file somewhere in an offline database. You know what I mean?
Maybe, probably, but yeah.
Basically, if you are a human in the world in today's day and age, they know everything you've ever done. It's from like the 2000s on.
Do you think like Apple keeps all of our faces like in a database somewhere with the fucking unlocking the phone?
You think so?
I'm asking you. Do you think so? They got it.
I don't know if it's as simple as that, but like, yeah.
I mean, when you set it up, they're like, all right, look this way, look that way, look down.
But yeah, here's the fucking 3D scan of this dude's face.
Yeah, and then like they'd have that. They now like because then the phone has to be like, that's that guy's. If I put your face on it, it's not going to know. It's going to be like, that's not Ryan's face,
bro. Well, now like it's like, yeah, they know everything we've ever done. They know everything about us.
Yeah,
it's to the point where you think about something and then you see an ad for it. Like
that shit's crazy.
I'm not joking. Like obviously, there's like you talk about something with someone verbally, and then you get the ad. I swear on everything I love, I've thought of something and seen the ad.
Dude, you know what I've been doing lately? If I need something and I'm like a specific thing, I'll just start texting about it with people.
Oh, and yeah.
Like on purpose, because I know I'll get an ad for it, and it fucking works.
Bro, there's literally been shit I thought. I can't think of like an example, but shit I've thought about, and it's like, do they just know us so well that they predict what you're gonna think about? Like,
I think that's what it is. It's the algorithm. Because what was that one movie that was on Netflix? The Social Dilemma.
I never saw it, but you told me about it.
You need to. I fucking told you forever.
But I know it's probably insightful and crazy, but like, is it shit I would already know that they're just like giving more details on?
Yeah, but yes and no, because it makes more other shit make more sense, like this whole targeted ad shit.
All right, I'll watch it after this.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe.
Did you watch the first episode of Invincible?
I did. It was pretty good. Pretty stoked. When they're doing the whole alternate universe shit at the beginning, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, me too. I was watching with Aaron and I was like, there's no fucking way.
No, but I saw the guy, the different dimension guy in the trailer. So I kind of knew what was going on.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't think I watched the trailer.
Wait, does that come out today?
That was out. That was the
second
yesterday.
episode.
I watched it. I have no idea. It came out like a few days ago.
But it's week by week, every episode.
Yeah, which bummed me out. I thought the whole season was going to be out, and I saw it was one episode. I was like, what?
Yeah, I kind of like when they give me the whole shit so I can binge it.
You can just watch it in a day. I think, well, they probably do it just because it does stop people from spoiling.
Builds the hype of it, too.
Yeah, true.
Bro, back in our day, we had to fucking wait a year for a new season to come out. You wait for a cliffhanger. You're like, fuck.
Well, dude, it'd be like, it wasn't. I feel like they just recently started now, like releasing shows like that, because it used to be like new show came out, whole first season's out, and we would all And yeah, we would always talk about like, oh, it's crazy how we could just watch it all in a day if we want. Or like if I wanted to see the new SpongeBob episode as a kid, I had to wait a whole week,
Yeah.
watch
For
watch
20
the
minutes of SpongeBob content.
and watch with commercials and all that bullshit, and then and like whatever. But I kind of like how now they are going back to like, okay, there's not commercials because you're paying for this thing, but like,
But you gotta wait a little
fucking
bit.
yeah, you gotta.
But
wait
I
a
also
little
like the element of like every week, like the world is like reacting to it together. Like
bit. Yeah, true.
for like kind of different, but when I watch Survivor every week, for example, I don't go on Twitter that day because I know I'm gonna get fucking spoiled.
I think it's wild too how like, fuck, how do I phrase this to make it not sound really stupid? How back in the day when your TV show came on, that like it's like you had to like make sure you weren't doing anything at that time to watch it or you'd miss it. I'm talking before DVR and
Yeah,
like,
we lived
you know,
in that time, dude. Yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't
where it's
seem like it,
it,
but we did.
yeah, where it's like, yeah, you like, yeah,
You had
that's
to tape
weird to me.
over a VHS tape to save shit.
Of like your fucking you at your like elementary school like holiday party singing.
No, even like a show.
Fucking,
If you wanted to tape a show.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had to tape over whatever that home video was you made. If you don't have any fresh tapes.
Yeah. Well, damn. Yeah, I mean the world is fucked up today. People, they know everything about us. We can watch anything at the tip of our fingers. They got our DNA and 3D scans of our face.
We can't murder anybody.
We can't murder
now.
anybody. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, not fair, honestly.
But I mean, the world's pretty cool. I mean, besides all the genocide and murder and drug addiction,
yeah, besides like a lot of things,
a lot of shit out there that's pretty horrible. But yeah, I mean, the world's pretty chill.
I mean, my life's pretty cool.
That's the most insensitive shit ever.
I mean,
dude, there's genocide, murder, addiction. My life's pretty fucking chill though, dude.
I mean, yes, you're okay. I worded that. I worded that terribly.
You're horrible.
I guess what I'm trying to say is as fucked up as everything is, I'm happy that shit's my life's all right.
You can look at the little things in life that bring you joy and feel happy.
Yeah.
No, I saved it. Don't worry.
Yeah, and if things go that bad in my life, I know that there's people out there that are like unfortunately suffering more than me, and that's a fucking bummer. And I shouldn't be as upset as I am about whatever little thing it is. You know?
Yeah. I think that's a good note to leave us on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming to that time of the episode where I need to take a shit, so the episode needs to end.
Okay.
But it was a fun one. It was a good return.
It was.
Also, if you really want us to do weekly episodes, which like we do when we can, obviously we like doing this.
Yeah.
Let us know. If you're like, yo, we need more fucking episodes. We want to hear you. If you are someone who made it to this point of the episode, let us know. And let us know to keep making shit. Because, life's hard, but we want to keep doing this.
Yeah. We got shit going on.
Yeah.
And when we have other shit going on, we're just kind of like, well, we don't need to do an episode.
Yeah, but we love you guys.
Yeah.
And if you are out there, we'll probably have some clips from this episode. So go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Follow the fuck out of us.
Yep.
Take a shit on the like button.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wipe that thumbs up, asshole. I tried to play
it was a nice try. But yeah, later guys.
Later.